He is the head of technology research at Wedbush. Dan, we're going to get to Nvidia and earnings. That's why you're here. Get to that in 1 second. I do have to ask you about this lawsuit. Is this all noise? Is it all light and no heat? What do you make of it?
I think 80% is noise, but look, 20%. This is an AI arms race going on, and Musk knows with XAI, they're playing from behind relative to where Altman, OpenAI are as well. And look, and Apple obviously caught in the middle here. It's not what you want to see for Apple in terms of the App Store and some of the worries there. But Brian, I think it speaks to just an arms race that's going on. Musk right now is wartime CEO.
Yeah. So this lawsuit does, I think the reason we're covering goes to sort of the meat of the story, which is, or the meat of what's happening in the market, which is this arms race, as you noted, Dan, for AI talent. These are big companies, though, high-powered attorneys. It's not some small cap swing another small cap. This is going to be the biggest law firms in the world. You don't sound that worried about it.
Look, I'm not worried, but I think it speaks like this is going to get nastier because you look at the success Altman, OpenAI have had. You look at everything that's happened, of course, Godfather of AI, Jensen, Nvidia. You're seeing kind of have and have nots. And clearly, when it comes to AI, Apple is a have not, but given the App Store, they're front and center. And I think that's why we got to see how this all plays out. But I'm not worried, but it does speak to this is going to get a lot nastier. We're talking trillions of dollars on the table.
Yeah, by the way, we just got a statement from OpenAI. It's very short. This latest filing is consistent with Mr. Musk's ongoing pattern of harassment. That, Dan, coming from OpenAI. We do not have a statement yet from Apple. This fight between OpenAI boss Sam Altman and Elon Musk, I mean, it's ugly.
Oh, and it's going to get uglier because to some extent, Altman, OpenAI, they're the golden child, and they're clearly ahead when it comes to AI arms race. Musk, obviously with XAI, I believe going to be one of the biggest AI plays out there, but they're looking at the competitive environment. And I think they're recognizing they're going to use every tool, technology, legal, and, as well as from a communication perspective, because it comes down to developers are the lifeline.
All right, let's talk about actually why we invited you on this show today, Dan. But we know you can roll with anything, so thank you. Nvidia earnings, okay? The earnings are going to be big. The guidance, I think, is going to be bigger than the earnings, what they say about China. But what is Dan Ives focused on from Nvidia Wednesday?
I'm focused on demand and supply right now being 10 to 1. And there's only one chip in the world fueling the AI revolution. That's Godfather of AI, Jensen, Nvidia. And I think what I want to hear this week from Jensen is about China demand, maybe even some forecasts, what they think. But that now green light in terms of the pay for play in the White House. But really importantly, when you look at Blackwell and you look at, as this now expands around the globe with Middle East, it's really trying to get some ballpark around just how big this opportunity. I think Street's still underestimating numbers by anywhere from 20 to 30% next year.
Wow. And I know the sales, the official sales to China, the official sales, I'm winking. I don't think you can see that, Dan. There's zero. But if we get some real nice language from Jensen or his team about China, I would imagine that's something that could make the stock rip even higher, because the market wants to hear that the two sides, us and China, with Nvidia in the middle, are going to hug it out, I think.
Yeah, and Jensen, I mean, right, he's first row seat because Trump knows that the biggest chip on the poker table is Jensen and Nvidia, because that's the chip that everyone wants. That's new oil and gold. I think you're going to get positive comments about China. You combine it with what we saw from the hyperscalers, massive AI, Palantir, and overall tech earnings season. I think this shows that this AI revolution is just hitting its next stage of growth. Yeah. Tech stocks have a huge rally into year end. This is going to be a seminal moment.
Nvidia and Microsoft combined are 15% of the market. It is the most concentrated we've ever seen, two stocks being at least going back to 1980. Nvidia is in over 500 different ETFs, some of them as the largest stake. How important to the market, the macro market, Dan, is Nvidia?
I mean, you have watch parties in New York. It's the watershed event. It's not just in tech. It's energy. It's every other vertical that's watching it. It is the epicenter. But I expect that this is to get the popcorn moment out. I think this is going to a $5 trillion market cap and higher. And as we've talked about, we're only in what I believe, when I talk about the AI revolution, we're in the second inning of a 9-inning game.